Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at X-Men issue 21. And apologies, not my stand. So we got writer Jed MacKay, penciling Netho, Diaz, Sean Parsons with JP Mayer and Lifesay on the ink, and Flu Silvlut Zoju. I'm pretty sure I said that last name incorrect, so I do apologize because I hate saying names wrong. So our story begins with some very loud thoughts from Jen and Quentin actually biting, and he hasn't read her mind because Cyclops doesn't like that, and well, she will know and she will make him pay for that. So he's a little bit intimidated and behaving himself, which is good. However, he does realize that something is wrong, and she asks the question, am I an X-Man? And you know, nobody's noticed, why have I just stayed here? Why haven't I, where's my family, etc. So we learn a little bit about Jen, and quite essentially, probably like most people in this world, she's lonely and wasn't seen by anybody, was ignored. Whenever I guess she did anything, it was overlooked. And I felt like that at times in my life. I think most people feel like that at times in their life. Let's be honest, this world can be a little bit harsh, so we can easily identify with Jen and how she's feeling. She says she was like a stone hitting the water and not rising, just a little ripple. That's it. Are we all ripple? Perhaps. Some have bigger ripples. So yeah, so that's it. And Quentin, rather than making a joke or, making fun of her, he quite simply says, you know what? You're one of us. We see you, Jen. And McCoy's clearly going through stuff, as we know, and he's sulking, but, that relationship meant a lot to her because she was being seen. And that's why the relationship with Beast was important to her. So this sort of separation has reminded her of being lonely and by herself and not being seen. So anyway, Ileana has found the Upstarts, who we haven't heard from a while. Scott is in jail and not really commenting on it. However, Scott did put her Ileana in charge to deal with the Upstarts, and as it wasn't resolved, she's considering that last mission as, well, unfinished. So she's in charge. We're going to get stuck in. So not all the X-Men go on this mission that went on the last mission. So back at Sugar Man's secret headquarters, which is the headquarters of the Upstarts, he is clearly very cross that he has not been given a new live adult mutant activated. And that's because they're not being released by 3K as much. They've not been doing them. So what Sugar Man has done, he has released some of those psionic barriers that were protecting this group, just so he can get his hands on, well, Jen, ironically. And the X-Men are on their way, and Sugar Man just, quite frankly, disappears. So, yeah. So, team of 4 are in place. And Quentin quite easily gets taken out by, I can't remember, the dude that makes things a bit weird, and he just ends up puking, and they pretty much ignore Jen. So that story that we just talked about was like, ignore her, she's nothing, focus on the big brains like Quentin, Juggernaut, and Ileana, because they are the ones that are dangerous. So little Wolfman, whatever he is, he wants a bit of a kid shoe me. So Juggernaut takes offense to his friend being, well, squished and squashed and eaten. So he's a little bit squeamish. So the hairy man makes fun of him, saying he's not mean anymore. You've gone soft. Meanwhile, Quentin set up a teleportation field, ends up getting Ileana trapped in there. However, she knows how to dance and deflects it. And, well, then she gets taken out by this dude, who Quentin takes out, and then Juggernaut, well, Juggernaut's a bit slow, and Quentin gets slashed from the back. And this is the moment where is Jen an X-Man, and, well, she's an X-woman. certainly, yes, she is a damn X-woman. She comes flying in. She's gone through it for whatever this mode is. So rather than the feathers, she's metamorphed. And yeah, she pretty much gets flying in there and showing how strong she is through this embracing her mutant kind. So Fitzroy on the edge, and Juggernaut's prepared to show that, well, he's not gone soft. So I don't know what he does to Harry, but he keeps his promises. Meanwhile, Sugar Man's not that bothered about the Upstarts being gone. He just considers it part of one of his many experiments. And this is quite interesting. We got Fantastic Four and the Gargoyles. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. I like the Gargoyles. That series was ace. I've never read any comics, so just so I'm clear. So apparently this place is apparently he's kind of place. The boss is gone and he's ready to go home, as he says. Well, Daddy's home. The spiral vial Arico. So he is home, and that's the end of this story. And well, hopefully we see how this thing develops as we start moving to a new age with Doug Ramsey back in the mix. As he said a couple issues ago, he was going to go north. So there we go. Another fun issue. I really enjoyed it. There was action. There was character development. The art was superb, and it just flowed. I really did like this issue. So if you like my videos, please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And comment, like, all that jazz. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. Thank you everybody that subscribed already. Well, you don't have a channel. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.